Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If for some reason you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and to join our family. I'm dropping tutorials just like this one every single day. So, welcome. We missed you. Anyways, today I'm going to be showing you one little simple trick that a lot of the pros are doing to get their masters louder. And this is tried and true. Just trust me, this is going to blow your mind. Let's go. All right, so what I got here is I just have a little drum loop that I found because it's got a lot of transient information, so it's going to work well with this. But just know that this can apply to your mix, your song, your master bus, whatever. No matter the genre, the effect is going to work. Just how you apply it might change, but let's check it out. First, I'll just play you the drum loop with nothing on it so you can hear what we got. So it's just kick, hi-hat, and snare with some pitches. Nothing too complicated, but it's going to work good for this example. So let's pretend that that was our whole song, right? That's our mix, right? Now you would go and you would put a limiter towards the end of your chain. Very common. So what I did is I set up a limiter here so that at the max, it's getting 4 decibels of gain reduction. Now, I'm not saying necessarily to do this. I might do more, I might do less. That's not the point. The point is that that's just a middle of the ground number. And I honestly hear a lot of people recommend that a lot. I don't recommend a specific number, but I hear that number a lot. So as like a little Easter egg, I did that. So I'll play it here with the limiter and you'll hear it's going to be louder. And we're going to be getting 4 decibels of gain reduction at the most. And you'll see that over here. So let's hear that with just the limiter. So definitely got louder, right? And you can see here in the red where it was limiting those peaks, and that's how a limiter works. But with this trick that I'm going to show you, something you can do before your limiter, it's going to feed into your limiter even better, and it's going to make your mixes louder because you can tell that we are shaving off a lot of those peaks. So what if we just did that with a clipper? So what I did here, I have a clipper set up for hard clipping, and I'll play you it with just this clipper on. And what we're going to be doing is shaving off some of those peaks. And you'll see down here in this box right here, you'll see the waveform in white, and then where it's red is what's getting shaved off. So I'll play you that with the clipper. So you can see it's just shaving off some of the peaks. Pretty much just the kick and the snare. It's not really hitting the hi-hats, I don't think. So we're doing that. And then what if now I set up that same limiter after, same settings, everything's the exact same. I just changed the gain amount so that we're still getting 4 decibels of gain reduction. So now with this new limiter, with the clipper before it, we're going to be getting the same amount of gain reduction, but because I put a clipper before it, it's actually going to be much louder. So listen to this. And you can see we're still getting exactly 4 decibels of gain reduction at the most, but this is much louder than when it was just the limiter. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you. I'll go back to our original limiter, and we have a LUFS meter down here. I'll let it play through the 8 bars of the loop, and we'll see what the LUFS is with just the limiter. So we're right at negative 10-ish LUFS. Now, let's go back to our clipper and our limiter, getting the same amount of gain reduction, still 4 at the most. Let's see what our LUFS is now. So negative 8.5. So pretty significant amount louder, and that's just with this drum loop with just some quick settings just to show you an example. Just imagine if I took the time to really dial it in and had a balanced mix to begin with, how loud we can get our songs. So just by putting a clipper before your limiter, you can work your limiter just as hard, but actually get a louder song overall. And this is a very common technique that a lot of people are using. You usually do the limiter last in your chain and the clipper right before it, but you can feel free, put your clipper earlier in the chain. You could really experiment with this and do it any way you want. I've heard people do, instead of a clipper into a limiter, they do 2 different limiters. There's a lot. I just wanted to show you this one example to kind of get the wheels turning so you could take it and do it how you see would work best. All right, and for one last comparison, what I did was I bounced them down. Up here on track number 1, I have what we were just listening to with just the limiter, and then this track is what we were listening to a moment ago with the clipper and the limiter. So now I have them up side by side, no other processing, and what I'll do is I'll play them back and forth in real time. So remember, this one here is the limiter, this one's the clipper and the limiter. So let's listen to them back and forth in real time and hear the difference. So you could tell the clipper and the limiter was a lot louder. It was more in your face, aggressive, and this could really be a good stylistic choice for a lot of modern genres. Obviously, if you're working with something like, classical or something more soft, a ballad style, you might not want to use clipping or maybe use it more subtly. But honestly, in other genres, you could do this even more aggressively. You can go either way you want. But as long as you understand the trick and know how to implement it, you're going to be able to get your mixes louder when you want to do that. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope you took something from that. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's get the comments up, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you are feeling so kind. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this channel to blow up. We've been having some amazing growth, so thank you if you joined our family. Anyways, guys, Inswain with Inswain Audio. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace!